Hello, FPL managers. You are welcome to another edition of your favorite FPL show, the FPL Ambassador show. Now, we are glad. Some of us are glad, some of us we are sad. Somebody like me, I'm sad because I don't know how come I can own Ellen Brandt Haaland for two home games in a double game week, and Haaland just decides to brown me. So, maybe Minkah, I'm just saying Haaland holds me. But today, we have a very wonderful, high flying manager in our midst in the name of Carl. Carl was supposed to be with us last week, but last week the audio sound was not quite very good. But today he promised that he will definitely be with us, and we are glad to have you. So, Carl, how are you and how has FPL been to you this season and then the past game week?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's been quite a good season for me this year. I've had quite a remarkable season so far. Uh, it's all good. I mean, yeah.
It shows from the way your voice is. We
Uh,
are, but before we even continue, I think you had a very high flying season and you are now in the top 50K worldwide. What do you think has been the things you have done so far in the past 25 game weeks that has made your team excel so well in FPL so far?
okay. Well, for me, I think this season I've tried to take the game the way it's supposed to be played. I'm
Okay,
saying that because I mean in previous seasons I tend to be a manager that likes risk. You know,
okay,
so sometimes, I'm impatient. You tend to like go in for like follow the fixtures. But
okay,
I think FPL in general really thrives in like planning. So if you are able to plan, you see the short to medium term and you can plan towards it.
okay,
You tend to do very well. So that's the reason why I'm doing well this season.
okay.
Like,
So,
yeah,
mm, so it's more like a slow but sure approach. No need to rush.
exactly.
No need to try and
Yes,
catch. Don't no FOMO,
yes.
no thing of you're left behind. Just believe in your team that the results will come slow but
Exactly,
sure. That's
exactly. Or
that,
chasing points. Like
yes, very
a lot of times people like to chase points. Like
yeah.
back then, like that was what I would do. I mean, jump on like red hot assets, but
Okay,
you know, yeah,
it's true. It's true. It comes when you play the game very well. The year I won, as you talked about, it's a very key point he made. And managers, listen, when we bring such managers onto the show, you just tell everyone has to pick up 1 or 2 points from them. One of the key points you need to do is planning. Planning is so essential that number one, when you're playing the game, you have to plan, let's say, about 4 or 5 game weeks ahead, at least, and then have your permutations, know what you can do, know what can go right, what will not go right, and then make sure that you're always flexible. Your plan should always say that don't make plan that are so rigid. Your plan should be like that, assuming 1 or 2 players pop up in the next 2 weeks. Your plan should always be able to accommodate them, and that's something that I really always do when I do. So number one, when I do my planner, I have planner A and planner B. To it, it means that I'm actually always believing that anything can pop up in FPL. So what if this? What if that? At first, when I was about the first few years, I was very rigid in my plans. If I plan this, what I'll do this week, and found one said then that's what I'll do. Actually, as at then, what I did was I did my transfers immediately after deadline. I didn't want my players rise in price. But then I learned that no, oh yeah, serious. As soon as deadline passes, because I plan ahead and I know that that is what I'll do. And to me, for the will be a that's and because I believe in, and I also didn't want to be influenced by other people's thoughts. So as soon as the deadline crosses, I'll do my and then I learned that it's sometimes you have injuries in play. I always have a first or second setback. And then sometimes it's just good. Relax, see it. Just let watch the new game and let it confirm whatever thought you have, and that is you are good to go there. So that's very true for me. Okay. So
yeah,
how
yeah,
was game week?
yeah. That's true.
What were there any surprises for you in game week 25?
No major surprises. I mean, a lot of people. I also played my triple captain.
Charlie,
Um,
Charlie, Haaland did
yeah,
that, Charlie.
yeah,
Oh,
but
Haaland.
I, I, I don't think there were any major surprises. I feel like most people that played their triple captainship. they did the right thing because in game week 25, and when you look at Haaland's performance over the season, he tends to perform really well in the home games. So
Yeah.
there were no opportunity than Haaland playing two home fixtures like back to back, and for you to triple captain. Sometimes when you do such decisions, the only thing I say is that I ask myself is, okay, what's the opportunity cost? So
Okay.
what I'm trying to say is that if you decide not to play your triple captain in game week 25, what's the next window to do so? Obviously, there are game weeks that are coming with doubles, but are
Mm.
you guaranteed the start? When the season dips deep,
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
yeah, a lot of managers would like to rotate, injuries and whatnot. So game week 25, I think, was the best time to play your
But
triple captain. Yeah, you know.
just that the results didn't come like the way we wanted.
Well,
So
the
it should
question
be like
was,
hindsight. Hindsight make people feel that was a bad choice in making that captain. Some feel that was a bad choice, but we just want managers to feel that it
uh,
wasn't a bad choice.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It wasn't. I think it was the best decision, and I think that's why to play it in 25. Yeah, you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure, spot on. So, but were there any new players actually noticed in game week 25 that you think the managers, any key new bandwagon or any guy who caught your eye, special attention? 25.
Well, I have seen a lot of people giving shouts to Wolves and their assets.
Okay,
I think they have a good run of fixtures. So the
okay,
likes of Juan and Neto, Pedro
okay,
Neto. But
okay.
there is this thing about this kind of teams. They are not
Mm.
consistent.
That's the issue.
Uh,
That's the
yeah,
issue.
they are not consistent. So I'm a bit
So
skeptical about them.
better you spend a little cash and buy a player who is consistent than to try and always
Exactly,
keep the budget and then go in that way as well. Okay, sure.
exactly,
So
exactly.
managers, we have 13 more game weeks. This is when the beginning of the season is. We are still going. Don't give up. And this is when you have to make sure the core of your team is quite solid and stuff like that. But we are here for you. Today is a very massive show because you are planning way ahead next 5 game weeks. So everybody, because we are doing this. So Carl
Yeah.
will tell you that I just got home. My wife was like, I had to eat before I started the show. So Charlie, it's all and Charlie, all the sacrifice we are making. So listen and then see how we go. But before then, we'll have our sponsor plus video. We'll take our video and then we'll pick it up from there. Then okay. So that is Roberts Engineering Services. They're into borehole drilling and any related stuff like that. They are very good as well. So the sponsor has give us some little tips and stuff like that and help to keep our show moving as well. So guys, let's contact them if you need borehole and stuff like that. But these are my key players. Normally every week I give key players if you are looking at players for just the week. So in goalkeeping, I have Sa. I don't expect Sheffield to score any. I don't know what that Sheffield they practice when they practice. Do they practice to score goals? I don't know. I don't know how they do their practice, but I don't expect if they score a goal, then it should be an own goal by Wolves. So that is my goalkeeper there. And then Crystal Palace, I put Anderson. Burnley normally concede head set pieces goals, and then Crystal Palace Anderson is the guy that really heads the goals. So I expect him to do more. In midfield, I'm looking at Gross and then Adingra. Adingra is 5.0 and then Gross is 6.4. Our first goal Gross, but the way Adingra from the AFCON didn't come born in year and I'm on the move and check one of the answer moves so but I think now now that most of the Brighton players have come back from injury, we expect to see quite better result from them because Brighton's form dipped for a while. I think that there's a resurgence now, especially like when they gave Sheffield 5-0, so the confidence will come. And the player that most managers are overlooking a player like this is Rasmus Holland. It was somebody I remember. So when the season started, some people were saying that when City were buying the real Haaland, United went to buy the fake Haaland. So me in my head, anytime I see Haaland, I call him the fake Haaland. But I think United have really discovered their. I think they've had some of their players return from injury, and they're more compact as well. For about 4 5 games, he's been scoring. I think he scored in 6 consecutive games as well. And one thing about strikers is when a striker starts scoring, the confidence can. Even if he misses one game, the next game he will score as well. Then the versatile player, Kudus and I know most people have sold Kudus and Bowen, but guess what? Paqueta is back. Even though their game this week is on Monday. Even if he has not played, maybe he might get involved. And the good thing for West Ham is West Ham are not blanking in game week to 29. So they are playing in blank in 28 and blank in 29. So we look at seeing that. So when you're making transfer, look at this. But I think after this week, I will still call Erling Haaland. I know it's an away fixture, but the way the guy is looking, he might want to do. Yes, Roland, say, oh yeah, come and give your players and stuff besides. So, but I just want to tip the West Ham boys. So each one that you have, you just keep them as well. So everyone, Roland is here with us today as well. So Roland, boys want to see you. Boys want to see you. So then the captaincy is back up to Haaland. But I think that this is the week boys can go against Haaland by going Saka because because Newcastle defense have not been too good, and somebody says that Saka plays at Dan Burn's side. So if anything, like we'll see how it goes as well. But Carl, how do you see the key players for the week, and what do you think what should do about them?
Yeah. I think they are very good picks. The FPL is a funny old game, so you never know. That's the thing. So, I mean, these are very good picks, but is when the game week span
When
out
they give
starts when
me, they will know whether
exactly whether they are very good picks or not. So I think I like the Hoyland pick. It's very obvious that he's on form. So that's a very good shout. For me, I'd like to include the Wolves assets as well because they are playing home.
oh,
Sheffield is
true.
not in a good form, so yeah,
Thank you.
maybe Neto or
One.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
And then
Go on.
probably my differential would be Jordan Ayew.
Hey, what's the day? What's the day?
Jordan,
Ghana
Jordan
player
Ayew.
was what it is face. Oh,
Yeah,
Obiama Ofio say, yeah, Ben, Obo Osuno.
Jordan Ayew. Just because
Uh,
Burnley, Burnley, they are just this funny team. I saw them play against Arsenal, and it was just a disaster. A
sure.
team that is battling relegation, and you see the way they open their game up. You just can't
I
help
think
but wonder.
it's so funny.
Yeah, yeah,
Somebody says that Burnley want to play like a Barcelona, but they are playing with Bovakatano players.
exactly, exactly. They don't have the quality to play like a
Yeah,
team that
like
can express itself.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
so obviously Crystal Palace has a goal in that game.
As they're going.
The Brighton fixture,
So wait, what's the update on Eze and then Olise? I haven't picked up. Are they fit or they're not
yeah,
fit?
I think they are still out. I think they are still
Okay,
out. I think the earliest of them to return from injury would be Olise.
okay.
So I mean, tomorrow the process will happen. I'm sure
Happen.
we'll hear what. Yeah,
So a reminder to managers that anything we say today is the caveat is what the process will say. So the person says the player is not playing. You don't come and say that we have shown in a kind. Ah, challenge. In fact, sorry, Carl, let me give some shout outs to some of our boys there. In our audience today, we have a lot of guys in our audience. We have Alex Quay in the audience. He's our first time viewing, and then he's really, and that's Isaac Pimpon. First time in the audience, and he's really giving a shout outs. And then you have Alex Quay too, also watching us from 25. Hey, Alex, I know you're in the FPL group, but I never knew you were in 25. Wow. Okay. Then I salute you from 25 inside. And then Roland, who the oh yeah, the Impel, you didn't give me the picks. Now I'm on the screen. I'll give you a pick. Don't worry, I'll mention your picks. So don't worry. So Kai, you're making a point about Bryson. Sorry, I had to cut you. Please continue.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just saying that I have a feeling about that Brighton game. But I'm sure they will win that game. They will win that game. But it's just that Everton is that old Everton with Son Dyche. They are
uh,
able to play against teams that express themselves very well. And Brighton is a
mm,
team that does that very well. So they might sit
okay,
deep and then make a
my sis,
goal.
yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, I think aside that too, Everton normally are doing the good job of doing a very good job at home. So I
yeah,
wait until they lose the games as well. But I think also a very good thing too. I like how Burnley was when under Sean Dyche. So they can come away and lose 10-0 or whatever. They don't care. But as
they
soon as
don't
it comes
care.
to Kev Moore, Kev Moore is Kev Moore. They don't mind whether you are sitting in form or whoever. Whoever you when it comes to Kev Moore, they'll show that this is our home turf. So I think that's a very good point.
Yeah,
A very good point from them as well. So that's awesome. Okay, so Roland is making Roland. So your players are you're saying okay, yes, Raya is also a very good shout. National defense is the best defense SGC wise, especially goal considered in the league as well. So Saliba is a guy to own. I know most people own him, but I wanted to give out some other players. So these are players if you're looking for just this game week. If you want a 1 week plan, these are the guys to look at. But some of the players are also long term. So the Brighton have a very good set of pitches coming up, and Wolves also have a good set of pitches coming up. United have entered whereby they are doing quite well as well. So Roland has said his goalkeeper is Raya. So Raya of how do you call it? Arsenal. His defender is Moreno. So Moreno, I think you will see Moreno in the free hitting because Aston Villa are playing which team are they playing? Aston Villa are playing Nottingham Forest. And Moreno is a very attacking left back as well. And then the
but
Neto,
but, but
okay,
Raymond,
I'm here, Carl.
that fixture is not an easy fixture.
All play all.
Yeah,
Because
the Villa versus Nottingham Forest fixture.
yeah. Because Forest know that they are getting close to relegation. And at this point in time, I don't know how people teams begin to now change all over when they're in the final lap of the season. When you see teams that well, remember that we gonna experience for about 5 years, almost every year when Wigan is going on relegation, they tend to prime Barca and they're able to score almost everything in the league and escape relegation to the finally. Yeah, so but I think one thing I've noticed now, I don't want to buy in defender for the sake of clean sheets. I'm actually buying defenders for the sake of attacking return because it looks like this season there's not been any clear cut team that has shown to be a very defensive. Crystal Palace at the earlier point of the season were very defensive minded, and now no team is clearly very defensive minded like that. I think that's something we can note. But Neto too, as you mentioned, and then hey Roland, where from this Mateta pick? Actually, come online. I've sent you the link. Come online, come and explain. This come and explain. Go off. Mateta says, I don't know the better players. Roland, what is it about Roland's Mateta pick?
Oh yes, it's a very good pick. That's a differential also.
Roland, Roland was that too much.
I told you say the way Burnley play, they might definitely concede. So I mean, to have a Crystal Palace attacker or a striker. I also said
Yeah,
Jordan Ayew.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jordan.
so I mean,
Jordan, they is hated in Ghana, so I don't want to mention my match. Otherwise, God will beat me. And I'll be
Mateta is on
proud.
penalties.
I
He's on
understand.
penalties as yeah. So
Roland, do two. So, and then, as I said, the differential captain can be Watkins or Saka. Watkins, no, when the Mama no one is on Jai Star Rock, no oil. If you do what you do, on Jai Star, you do what you know. The game we want him to do, what he won't do, what then we go and do what a match be. Remember the Sheffield United, I think game week 17 or 18. We captained
yeah,
Watkins. Shit. Don't worry. But so manager, these are some key players you should note for this game week. But at this point, everything you have to think far ahead. So this is the first stick out. Now, last week we look at the double game 25 and then Man City boys brown us. As for that one, the friend Chambokra, Haaland there. No worry. But let's look at this game. This game we are 26. 26 Liverpool and then Chelsea. Liverpool and then Chelsea are playing the Carabao Cup final, meaning they are blanking, and their opponents Spurs and Luton are also blanking. So if you have any Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, and then Luton players. If you open your team, if you've not opened, some of you don't open to Friday night and Saturday morning, and they have been calling us Munjai Saturday. If you open on Thursday, let's share the ideas. Mama train last number preference and say, now what if we are somewhere? Charlie, boys can worry you. Boys can worry, but Charlie, all you have to do for boys as well. So it's all good. So these are the players. So I think when we go for a look at what to do about this place as well, and then boys should know that Solanke has a double game week coming 2 weeks from now. So if you're buying, if you don't so Solanke should make a plan to get him back soon. Don't wait 28 and like, should I buy him or not? Or share double hat trick. When Haaland gave us 1 goal penal, Solanke will prove. Guy, senior guy has his triple captain because he wild carded this week. So his triple captain is again, and I'm very sure he will triple captain this week. If Solanke powers him, there Charlie boys is over power. And then we have
No, but Gagai is a bit unpredictable when it comes to.
oh,
I don't know, but he's one of the managers that doesn't do the norm. So
the norm,
I
yes,
doubt
sure.
I doubt if he will play his triple captain on that Luton that Bournemouth
Yes, sure,
fixture.
sure,
I
sure.
think he would do something different.
He would do
Okay.
34, 37. When I spoke to
Yeah.
him, when I was discussing with him about the wild card last week, I think on Friday, and I was like, if only he knows he can confidently have a team which will do well in 25 and then still be able to put at least 10 players in 26, then he can wild card. He was like, he'll be able to do it. So when he did, I said, okay, then he's good to go. So as he said, he's quite
Mhm.
uncommon because nobody will expect a top manager like Guy to wild card in 25. But you see, it's all about opportunity. You look at it, you weigh
Exactly.
your team and then take it. And I like him because when he sees the opportunity, he takes it. He doesn't mind whatever the crowd is doing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
He plays his own game, and that is how. In 26, before 27, there will be the FA Cup games. When those games are played, it will give us a pride of 29. So at least we have about 3 game weeks to prepare towards that. So don't be too fixated on this or that. Please pick one miss can tell me yes why. Okay. Pick. Mhm. Please a minute. Pick it up. Please a minute. I can't throw it. Carl, a minute. Sorry, I had a very important. My mom was calling me. I had to make my wife pick the call. So okay, sure, don't worry. So let's move on. So now let's come to the crucial part of the show. Hey, this is the okay, sure. Okay, let's come here. We'll come back to this. So managers, I want to show you this. Okay, you can now everybody wait, they'll be asking short. Would delve much into this, God willing, next week. But if you want to wild card, some managers will work hard. When we get to the discussion, we'll come back here. But this is from FPL High, one of the top managers in the world. Charlie, this guy is a very young guy. His rank for the past 5 seasons is one of the top, the best you can get. So how to navigate blank game with 26, blank game with 29 against double game with 28, 34, 30. So I know most of us have used our table captain. So if you're left just the three, free eight wild card and bet, these are options he has done. So look at them and then see what you can do as one. None is best. It's all these are team dependent. All these are teamwork. All these are team dependent strategies. Okay, good. We'll come to the first string as well, but let's look at this. So now, watch. I saw this infographic about Haaland and I was like, Charlie, how? This is what it says. The infographic says that Haaland had 10 shots against Chelsea, 3 big chances, an XG of 1.88, and I'll say 0 goals against Chelsea. Hey, Haaland, Charlie. The boy has
So
completed that.
So you see why I told you? I told you that that was the very best window. It was just unlucky that he didn't return in that game, and I'm sure a lot of people would really, um, how do I say this? They really escaped the hole. Trust me.
Yeah.
He
So they would
it
not
could
leave
have,
the team.
yes, it could have been anything because that game I watched the game from minute 1 to 90, and he could have scored like at least 2 goals in that game. So
It
I
happens.
mean,
It happens. It
it
happens. It
happens.
happens.
It happens. It
So you
happens.
just you just forget. Okay. So now,
Yeah.
let's look at this. So forgetting Haaland so that we can move forward. I have the same slide here, but I'll come back to that. So now Guys who have Jota and Richarlison, Carl, what do you advise? Do they sell them or
Um,
do they keep them, or what do you think for Jota? Each
okay,
one of them,
so
what do you think?
I think you should sell Jota with
Okay,
Richarlison, because their fixture with Chelsea will be postponed. You know, in 26 they were supposed to play Chelsea,
yeah,
but
yeah,
that fixture will be postponed. So I think Richarlison would be an easy keep. I think most of the teams would have multiple Liverpool players, and
yeah, true.
so the real deal is to deal with those players first. So I think you can keep Richarlison and sell Jota.
And and then most likely the players that are, how do you call it? Oh, the players that are injured. So Jota is injured. Comparing Jota to Richarlison, Jota is injured. We don't know when he's returning. So at least
Yeah,
Richarlison is playing this week, so then you can sell
yeah,
Jota. If you're selling
yeah,
Jota and you don't have Saka, go and buy Saka. If you have
exactly.
Saka, then you can do the Arsenal double up, because since Arsenal came on the winter break, the guys are playing somewhere attacking football as compared to before the winter break, whereby they were just trying to control. Now they are playing all more of like an all-out attack, and this is
Yeah,
I always say that a double up is a differential on its own. So as at now, if the Arsenal players are doing well, you can look at the double up as well, if the fans allow you as well. So Jota is a sell, but Richarlison is a keep. Okay, good. Now, should managers, looking at how managers teams are like, managers can use the opportunity to also read this quote by Pep. I'll come to it as well because it's the same stuff, but I've just bought this quote by Pep about Haaland. So managers sell Trent as well. So that before I come to the phrase, Trent, what should they do to Trent? Should they wait or should they do a switch to Robo,
um,
or just
yeah, yeah.
relax
I,
on it?
I, I think Trent is an easy sell.
Okay.
It's very interesting because you see when you look at Trent, he has a lot of money tied up in him, and you could probably downgrade to a Rubo or Van Dijk, who you are relied that they play 90 minutes. So yeah, Trent is an easy sell for me. It's very fun.
Okay.
No
So
need,
so so
yeah,
and the manager, there's only keeping Trent, especially when there's a lot of fans tied up in an 8-1 something defender. So don't why keep them? If it was a Bradley like me, like this, the one thing about me was when I was buying Trent, I knew anything could happen by club. So I bought Bradley and Trent all together the same week. So that whatever happens, I know I have the guy on the right wing.
right, yeah,
Especially
yeah.
when Bradley is 4.1. 4.1 they check and then BB and MA. Uh-huh. So if you don't have that option, if you have Bradley, there's no need selling Bradley. But an 8 point something trend, they tell hard. But it's very important. Okay, so now, Carl, would some managers are looking at that team and like, I have three Liverpool players, all not playing. I have double spares. I have Poro, and then I have Richarlison, and then I have Palmer. That's a six. And maybe they might have Luton, they might have Doughty or Adebayo. So that is like seven. Should they free hit, or do you think that they should take a -8? What do you suggest for this game week?
Okay, I think this question is very team specific. Whether
Okay.
you take a hit or you play your free agent. So it's not like entirely given. Say like this game, you should play your free hit. I always say like I said earlier on that what will be the opportunity for one if you play the free hit? Are there better
Okay.
places where you could play? In my opinion, I think going for it, there will be very like obvious games where the free hit would best suit. So game week 26 is not for me a
A
game
prime
to
time.
play your yeah. So if you can take -8 for me is too much. I sometimes we tend to overthink too much. But like I said, if you are planning and you have let's say 8 to 9, 10 players,
Mm,
and you have one free transfer, I think you should probably do it and just take it as a game where I mean two of your or three of your players give you zero. That's it.
okay. Take it as you. What about those players who give you -1?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly,
funny enough,
exactly.
I saw, I know they said Haaland has escaped the double game week Hall of Fame. I said, what did they mean? And I went to check the picture. They said double game Hall of Fame is the fame of those who go. Emmanuel Dennis gave us a -1. Charlie, Emmanuel Dennis, yeah, Charlie, that game week. So, so
Sasa,
I,
sasa,
I'm here.
Sasa has a very interesting story. One of these
Our
days when
money.
he's yeah, about money. He has never recovered. He has never recovered from that. He has never.
Oh, oh, okay. Then Sasa, I know you are watching it. The day you come online, I'll surely ask you about the money story. In fact, the money story is also one of the reasons why I have excelled. I have excelled in FPL because not as excel. I mean, I was doing well, but everybody has. You see, there's a year that everything falls in place for you. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So the year I won FPL, there were certain key decisions I did. It started from game week 1. My game week 1 team was spot on. I made the switches in game week 4 quickly. Game week 8, when I realized the goalkeeping pattern, I made that for the best goalkeeper in the team. And then I think that time was Ramsdale at Sheffield. Yes, I think it was at Sheffield. I got him in my team, logged that out. That 2019-2020 season. That year, this guy was there. How do you call it? Oh, I can't remember. Mani Vesala.
Last one.
Yes,
Okay,
there
okay,
was a year that Mani was more like the kingpin of the Liverpool team. That was a year.
okay.
So one of my there was a match. Three of my Liverpool friends were all commenting on one of our soccer engineers' page. He was like, "No, Mane is the guy holding the team this year." So nobody. So I asked them again why. They said no. From where they sit as pure Liverpool fans, they feel this year Mane is the guy holding the team. So I observed. I went to watch highlights about 2 games. Like, okay. So immediately I did a switch from from Salah to Mane. When I did the most managed, I had not done it. So I had the
Yeah.
like first 5 game weeks of enjoying the points before boys were now joining. When boys joined, I kept money. Then when Salah started picking back from, I did the double up. So then I had a double up going into the final, like 15 games of the season, and then
Okay.
so then in double game I think that was double game with 22 or 24. That was 2020. This is what happened in the morning when that was a triple captain game week. The money salad debacle. So in the morning when I woke up, I asked my wife,
Yeah.
which was my girlfriend, that I have to have a decision to make my FPL team. But I mean, who they may and me. I asked the Salah and Mane. She said Salah. I said, also there, I don't be sending me questions. She just said Salah. I didn't say anything. Then I called her after work. Asked again. She still said Salah. I said, madam, we pra. Then 10 minutes to deadline. I remember that time I went to buy ice kinky. So I was walking to my room. Then they were not married. So she was in Tema. I was in Accra. So I called her. I remember where I was working, Joe, close to the Methodist church. I remember so what because I remember what I asked her. I asked again, Madam, what can I'll blame you. She said, I said, Sarah. I said, okay, if you say so. So I just said it and then forgot. I didn't want to open it. I knew if I open the thing again, I'll be filtering. So I just left it like that and then went. So so
Yeah.
like I was some messages on the pages like at the point you see too many messages, you mean that something bad is happening or
Something's
something
happening.
you
Yeah.
do. So I came online, people were insulting money kwasi. Boys back. But boys, forgive me, please forgive me. I'm just saying what boys were saying, Charlie. So when I went to check Stover score, man was in there, I said, hey whoa. So I wasn't praying that because I also had money in my team. So I would have wanted at this point, but because my triple captain was on Salah, I enjoyed the point. The point. So, Alex Quay, Charlie, I salute you. Alex Quay is in my FPL Ambassadors group. And Charlie, today he has been waiting for me since 7 o'clock. He has waited for me since 7 o'clock to come online. So, Charlie, Alex, I
Wow.
salute you. I salute you. That's how boys, Charlie, watch him. You see, I always say that we do some of these things not because of ourselves but because of guys. Look at all I've gone through. Look at all we went through last week. We still had a show. Look at what we are going to this. We are still having our show, but we are doing for boys because watch, boys. This season I didn't start to. I went through some issues in life and work and stuff like that. So for the first 2 months of the season, I wasn't into FPL. It was only my co-host Rowland who said that even when I'm not into FPL, at least let me make one or two so that the team does not become so poor that by the time I come back, the team would have been there maybe 10 million. And even if I can keep around maybe 4 million because at least I can. When I came back in game week 8 and 9, I was at 5 million. But when I came back, I was like, let me re-strategize. But now boys were asking me, so you have come back. Why are you not coming to isolation? Relax. Let me stabilize with my new work. When I stabilize my new work, I'll come back. And then we started like the past 4 game weeks. Some feel that we should have started this. I said, no, this is where the business end of the season. We are in for boys. So boys, we are in for you full time every single day. We'll bring you the best of managers and then we'll see how it goes. So he said that the a -4 will be better than a free hit chip because there might be better chances to use the free hit chip either in blank game week 29 or in double game week 34 or double game week 37 or even game week 38 because normally the coaches do a lot of rotations and then you can have the information the leagues ahead of time and have a folder. So now the question is, I think you've answered this question. 10 players is enough. You don't necessarily need to have full 11 players. Take it as if the other players give you 0-0. So I think Carl has answered. So Carl, between Gabriel, Saliba, and an Aston Villa defender, looking at the next 2-3 game weeks, who do you think would be better to buy? So let me bring the official sticker. Gabriel, Saliba,
Mm,
and then an Aston Villa. Let me bring the official sticker for you. So
uh,
this is the official. Mm.
oh, I think it's easy. It should be Arsenal defense. No
Mm.
doubt about that. The fixtures might look a bit tougher on paper, but I think the way Arsenal are playing now looks like they have a very good defense. The
Okay.
partnership between Saliba and Gabriel
Gabriel. Okay.
is, yeah, it's been
and the
really
and the and
fantastic.
the, and the Rice to has finally settled into the team. So he gives
Exactly.
he sorts out the game from the DM, and things are going
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So
I
the
don't
point is
trust Villa.
why
Oh no, they are just a funny team. They concede like so
like
it's best you just hold on to Watkins and probably find Douglas Luiz or um someone or Bailey, uh, or maybe go with
Roland.
Tillemans.
Okay.
You
Roland,
know,
who find you? Roland is going to do -60. You last week you did -60, and Koyi, you're going to another -60. Oh dear. Last 3 seasons, Roland was calling me -2. He was calling my -4 champion. Roland, you have taken my you know -4. You are -12 and -16 champion.
no, but
Koyi.
wait. I don't know why people like taking minus, but minus has never been a very good thing. I used to like minus a lot, but the question is, if you take a minus, let's say a -4, the best return for that, or the least you should expect from that person is a 6, and then
A
you can
6 year.
say you are
That's the lowest and
yeah,
balance. Because
6.
now that your player would have
You
gotten
can
two.
balance
So
2 exactly. But I understand. I mean, your season is over, so
no. Yes, I think that's why he's doing that. But aside that, I think that well, the season over. Okay, you know what I've gone through in the past 3 seasons. So you know that when I see season over. But the fact is that normally in a blank game you can take a lot of minuses because if your player is not playing is zero. So it's more or less like a -2 because the player you bring in would have naturally give you 2 points by default. So it's not like a normal minus. It's 2 points against zero. So it's more like a small -2 B. But then what's
yeah,
the most
yeah,
annoying thing is that you go and bring a player, the player will give you -3. Your team.
exactly.
But you
Or
have to
the player
wait.
doesn't even
And
start.
it's not at all. And then whatever player are buying this week should be a player you should have him for maybe 27, 28, at least for 3 games. So that you don't have to doing transfer this week. Remember last week I told you that the -16 we were doing was not necessary because that was planning to this week. So if you do -16 last week and you do -16 this week, are you going forward or coming back? You want to
Exactly.
set Guinness Book of World Record for -16. Okay, you don't worry. We'll send it to minus Saturn. Let's move on. So the Arsenal defender probably Gabriel, and the manager should
Yeah,
have a plan to bring in Solanke and Juan. Solanke is
I
double game
agree.
with 28. If you sold him, plan. Don't wait. You see, we like doing this last minute table. And stuff like that. But managers, Pep has spoken about Haaland. Those of you thinking that Haaland is not good because he has bound him much. Don't forget, as Carl said, he had 10 shots. On a good day, could have given us a hat trick into the Munjan. And then when the guy gets angry, Pepper said that don't speak about the striker when he's angry. If he's angry, he will score. When he scores, Mumpe into Munjaisa. So if you are thinking about creating this game week, which something you can, looking at your team so bad, Jose Sa in pool, you have Dalo, Moreno, Paul, and then Gabriel. Funny how
Google is shutting down Gmail.
Lamptey is 3.9. Come
Okay.
again.
Shutting down. No, sorry, don't you know you? I was talking to my
Okay,
colleague.
sure. So Lamptey is 3.9, and then you can go for the City triple up still because I know they want to bounce back. So Foden, De Bruyne, and Haaland. Yes, we are angry De Bruyne was benched, but perhaps a safety precaution. So De Bruyne will play this game week, and then you can look at Pascal Gross and Saka. And then if you think you cannot get food, you can look at the double up with Odegaard, and then Garnacho, and then that's all. So you have Watkins, Hoyland, and then Haaland. I know Tony will play, but if you're doing a free hit, just focus on the players. And I think Hoyland has a very good game with this week. You are free hitting. This is for free hits. But in the long term, you might have and captaincy. We have spoken about captaincy. I think we'll talk about especially there's
Uh,
Saliba and Gabriel. Gabriel is also setting as well. So this is the he
can I
free hit.
share my opinion?
I'm here. Yes,
Okay.
you can.
Yeah. Okay, but I think De Bruyne should be replaced. I don't think um, he's gonna have a lot of say in this fixture. I think Pep said after the Brentford game that he had a bit of an issue with his hamstring. Um, we are yet to see the extent of you know the injury. Even though he was on a bench, they didn't want to take a risk. So I
Mm,
think if you are free hitting, you definitely once you have the brand in your team, you are thinking about playing. You can't have him and say you bench him.
sure,
So if you are
sure.
free hitting, I think there are players that can maximize the particular team
For a
you want
free
to
hit,
put out. Yes,
emphasis
yeah,
for a free hit. Sure.
yeah, yeah. So double Villa defense. Well, I am a bit skeptical about that as well. But I think Jose Sango. I
Mm,
think I would rather have Flecking
Flecking,
to
okay.
yeah, he does a lot of saves. Dallo is a very big shout. I like that pick. Gabriel, obviously. Lamptey,
No,
Brighton with the
for
way
the
he
bench.
rotates.
The bench.
Yeah, yeah, for the bench. Okay. Yeah, so I already mentioned De Bruyne. I think Pascal Gross is also a very good pick. I like the Garnacho pick as well. But I mean, tripling up on Manchester United to me is a bit of a risk in entirety because we know how United can behave sometimes. They they
They are
perform good
playing
and
club.
then wow.
Good today, and then they go and play some Sanquas game the next game week.
Exactly. I mean, they played a game against Bournemouth, and Bournemouth scored 3-0 at Old Trafford. So
Shock, shock, shock.
they've not been that consistent, even though they are picking up the result these days. The front line, yes, is a very good pick. I would rather have Dominic Solanke instead of Hoyland. I know he's playing City, but I think he's on form and playing at home against
So
City.
Lucky plays City at home,
Yes,
and then
I still
Hoyland
fancy
plays
him.
Fulham at home. You still fancy him? Okay.
Yes, yes, I fancy him. I fancy him a lot because he's proven that form is far better than the fixture.
It's true. It's
Um,
true.
yeah, yeah. He had 12 points against Newcastle. I mean, someone would
Yeah.
argue that the Newcastle defense is not good, but City also, I don't know, for some funny reason, they always find
He
a
always
way
wants
to
to one
concede.
goal. I shock. I shock.
Exactly. So,
I bought Ake.
so
Ake double game. He gave me 2 points. I said what?
yeah,
Saliba and Gabriel has single game. He gave 6 points. I bought
yeah,
rough.
yeah. You go ball, you go ball. So yeah, I think that's it. So apart from the De Bruyne and then maybe double Villa pick, yeah, I
Mm.
think everything is fine. That's a very good team.
So managers, you see, it's not just about the team we show, it's about the analysis. So if
Mm.
you missed it, go back. And I always want the opportunity to say this. Managers, please want to say this, please when you watch the video, you give your comment. Whatever you see, you give a little comment. Oh, I like this pick, or maybe this one I disagree. We are not the representative of all FPL knowledge. We are just sharing. We are just like we are all sharing, and we all do what we share together as well. So when the video is back, I mean fully uploaded onto YouTube after the live show, give your comment. I know our class favorite Matthew. Matthew, where are you, Matthew? we are missing in action. We have a FPL Ambassador show class favorite. It's called Matthew. Since we started our show 3 seasons ago, every single week he is on show. And when he comes, he has to report and salute us. Say he's the class favorite as well. And he's really, really very good as well. But then Sam Kwashi is my colleague, my former colleague at work. We need your mind team. And Sam Kwashi, you're asking me about Wolves. Wolves. Can't you see Jesus? And you know because he's not wearing yellow jersey. This size at the back there. So this size at the back there. But aside that, Liverpool, Sam, you are not currently FPO. You are sleeping. What is your rank after now? Because I think you missed the decision. So let's remind Sam Kwashi. Sam, this is the fixture ticker. There's a blank game week this week where Liverpool and Chelsea, because they are playing the Carabao Cup final and their opponents, Spurs and Luton, are blank. That is why we don't have any Liverpool players in our team this week. And talking about replay. So Sam, you might have to go and watch the I think we watch the video when the show ends, and then you pick up that. Otherwise, you might make mistakes going to this game week. Sam, you can give us a response in there as well. So I think that is very, very, very good. Yeah, Rowland Ekuban, okay, we bought bullet header. Why didn't you score the bullet again when I bought him on a -4? Think I okay. So this is Senior Guy's team. This is Guy's team as of now. So Richarlison. So so you see why it's Guy wildcarded. He wildcarded such that he has this game which he has 10 players. Sorry. He has 10 players. So all he has to do is me. So that's how smart Guy is. I really salute him. So he did a wild card. He still has a strong game with team for this week, and he moves on as well. I'm not sure he's captain Tony. Maybe he has the default. Carl, what do you think about Guy's team?
Yeah, it's a good team, except for the fact that this season he's not having a good season. So
It
it's
happens.
a bit, yeah, it happens. It's a bit, how do I say it? It's not reactionary, but I think that back then when I used to do my team, anytime I do my team and the game week starts, I quickly go and look at his team for
Sure,
new
sure.
surprises.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
season, he's not really been on a good form.
People say his Malam has died.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Guys, come and answer the boys. Come and answer your doubters. I always
I'm
tell
sure.
them that we're a national champ. Once a champ, always a champ. Class is
Oh
permanent.
yeah,
Always tempered.
yeah.
Aguero, the
Yeah.
catcher. Don't
You
disrespect
know,
him.
Aguero is not in that league. Aguero Wasa.
I got but he's always doing too low, too low, too low. So this is your team.
Okay. Yeah, that's my team. Yeah. Sure.
What are you doing?
I think I also have like 10 players to play. So the plan
No,
is to take.
but wait. Let me clap for you, Charlie. Let me clap for you. Last game, you had work out 92 points. Very good. That year, Luis Diaz pick is a very spot on pick. Because I was telling guys that I don't trust Luis Diaz. One of my friends called him a dancer. He said Luis Diaz is a dancer. He's not a footballer. And then I want to tell managers, I bought a top 50K worldwide manager on my show this season. That's Carl. So you can go into his DM. He'll give you all the tips and rapport. So Carl, you can continue.
Okay. So I think for my team, I have a lot. This season, I think I have been really lucky. Because if you look at my bench,
Mm,
I think for some time now I've had only three defenders playing.
okay.
Lascelles and Taylor have not been featuring. But I think my plan is that I'll probably move one of the Liverpool assets on.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there are so many options for the game week.
Probably, will you go Diaz and down? Which one are you willing to lose?
Yes, I'm most likely to lean towards Diaz, but upon a second thought, I'm looking at Solanke as well.
Okay, so
But obviously, my move is going to be a Liverpool player.
okay.
Yeah.
So counting your team, you have Ariela playing, Maguire, hey, Chief Maguire, Gabriel, Estupinan, Foden, De Bruyne, Saka, Watkins, Haaland. So you have 9 players, 2 not playing. Lascelles
Yeah,
will play. So if Lascelles comes in, that's okay. I don't know
yeah.
whether
So
you
I'll
trust
fix.
Burnley.
Yes, Taylor. Yeah. So I'll just
So
fix him in there.
one of them there, and then you just want
Yeah,
one. So
yeah,
preferably you are
yeah.
going to sell Luis Diaz so that you have a how do you call it? 4-4-2 formation, right?
Yes, yes. If there were no blanks, I was considering selling De Bruyne.
Okay,
Um, big time. Yeah, I was considering selling him. Uh, but because of the blank, I can't sell Cole Palmer as well because the
sure.
fixtures are also good
These are
after
going to
the blank.
sure. But
Yeah,
but but
so
the
it's
thing,
all,
but the thing about Kopama is he might also blank in 29. But managers, what our managers should know. So let me bring the ticker as well. So as you said, so this is where we are, 26. They will play the FA Cup next round of games before 27. So by then we'll know whether the players will blank in 29. So just everybody relax, just wait. We'll know about 29 soon, so that we can have about 3 game weeks to plan ahead. So as for now, just focus on game week 26, capture it. When you're done, then we can move on to the next game. So I think your points are very sound there. Okay, so I think that's all right. Shall I
yes,
go to my
yes.
team?
Yeah, you can,
Okay.
sure.
So this is my team. So this is my rank. Hey, Roland, Robin, so managers and just remember to just like the video as well. If you have not subscribe as well.
Yeah,
And then
yeah, bro.
now what boys are doing I don't like is they are keeping the juice to themselves so that they will excel. Instead of them to share so that their friends will share it, so that the channel will grow.
No, no, no,
They are just keeping the
no,
juice
no.
to themselves.
No, it's a competition. Yeah. Some of the
I
leagues
understand.
that we are competing. It's a paid league, so sometimes you have to be selfish with some of the news. But these days, information is very accessible. Once you're on
Sure,
Twitter, you should
sure,
probably have like 90 to 100% of the information. So
sure, it's
yeah.
true. Yeah, sure.
Your team is interesting. Like it's only 9 players playing, or eight.
8 years.
Yeah.
I'm currently doing a -4, either a -4, but most likely a -4, so that I get 10. At least I can manage with 10 than just 9.
Okay. So who are you going to sell?
So the Jota to Saka. Saka has set me for the past 3 games. I bought Saka in for I think there was a blank game recently. I think in that 24 when the City guys blanked, and I brought in
Yeah.
Saka, and then Saka decided not to do anything for me. I said, Master, please, I bought for 1 week, 1 year, out of my team. Then I sold him. Since I sold him, has been scoring double braces and multiple points. I said,
How do you feel? How do you feel when you do that? How do you
no,
feel?
no, you see, sometimes I didn't sell him out of frustration because my plan was I was only bringing him for that game week. So if he were to
Okay.
do the job, there was no need keeping him. And the
Okay.
player I sold him for a better player I like, a trusted player I've always had. That is De Bruyne. Sometimes when I make such a transfer, I'm not bothered because when I'm selling Saka for a De Bruyne, I know that De Bruyne is a top notch player. But if I'm selling Saka for another Odegaard, another player, and that player doesn't do well, then now I get livid because able for you to sell one player high. But there are classes and levels as well. So up for De Bruyne, I know he will surely repay me back. So that is it for Saka. So Jonathan Saka is very conk. Now my point is whether I'll go for my defense. Defense, I won't sell Robertson. I would have wanted to get Doty, but I can't get Doty. But most likely I'll get Gabriel. So I'll do double as now. So Gabriel and then Saka. Looking ahead in the next 2 game weeks. At 20 then I might sell Palmer. Somebody will ask, why am I selling Palmer? Where's the fisher ticker? The fisher ticker will show that Palmer most likely my blank in 29. 29. Where is Chelsea? Chelsea is here. Arsenal most likely might go to the FA Cup next stage. Either Arsenal or yes, if they go to the next stage, most likely they might blank. So if they are blanking, then he's playing Brentford in 27. Are we and then Newcastle? The Newcastle at home game is good. But then if I can then sell him here and then buy him after 29, I'm most likely going to work out in 30. So I'll dead end my team into 29. Now, the wildest thought that crossed my mind this morning, this afternoon was this. I might sell Haaland in 28 for Solanke because Haaland in 28 is going to play Liverpool away and Mo Blanc most likely against in 29. So then I'll buy Solanke. I'm like, hey, this thing I'm about to do, Charlie. What do you think? Do you think I should take that move or you think that I should relax when we get in? I should decide.
Uh, yeah. I think you should relax, regardless
Yeah,
of whether you think. I'm a Liverpool fan, but
sure.
whether you think he will blank or not, I think the best is to keep him.
one thing I've learned, funny enough, since I won FPL in 2020, I told myself that I want to use 3 years to understand the different rudiments of FPL. So now I'm playing different style of game. My first season after winning the Ghana League, I said I'll try not to do minuses.
So
So
you are
I
Ghana
learned,
champion.
yes, Ghana champion 2020.
Wow.
That was what made me start. I started the FPL Ambassador show because boys were like, I should share the tips. So no, I won the YFM award, but that day because of the COVID, I wasn't able to go to Sao Tome and Principe. So they just gave me some 5,000 cash, which I put in my pocket. Nice one, enjoy the cash. I invested it and then used it for some
Wow.
project as well. So that's the genesis of this FPL Ambassador show and my FPL articles and
Okay.
stuff like that. Yeah,
Okay.
so the point is that um I've tried the season of no minuses, and I noticed that every season is different. Some seasons you have to do the minuses to adapt your team, and I've tried the season of playing a very late wild card before. I played my wild card in game week 16, which is also I wanted to see the first of playing a very late wild card. But I had a theory about that. I had the season of playing the -4 just chase points, and I've seen how it is like. And I've had a season of being calm and just reacting, slow but sure. So at least I've had different styles of playing and as well. Now, what I tell myself is that when I'm making a decision, I'm very confident. Ask myself, what is the risk involved? What can happen? And I know, and now I ask myself, there's this thing about FPO which I was reading about it's called the shield versus the sword approach. I've heard about it, Carl.
Not really. No.
Okay, but maybe you are reading about you don't know. The point is that the shield approach means protect your rank. The sword approach means attack the fixtures. So in a certain stretch of games, there's no need in attacking. You rather have to shield your rank. In certain portion of the season, you have to attack. So I remember a very good advice Zoff of the FPL where I gave late riser in 2021 season. Late riser did something. Started his season without Salah because he felt that he could share the Salah money around his team. And Salah
Mm,
worried Charlie. The way Salah murdered him, he said, never again will do that. And the advice Zoff gave him the next thing was that when we started the season, the first 10 game weeks, don't think about attacking. Just have a solid start. Make sure you're doing around the 1 million in the 1 million. Then by the first 8 games, we now have data on all the teams. Then now you attack. So since
yeah.
then, if you late riser, surprisingly, his first out of the team doesn't attack again. He now balances. Then after balance, he attacks. So you need to know when to shield and when to attack. Now,
I went
the
to
more you
attack.
play, yes, So I said, I'm going to show this. It would know. Sure, I'm learning from the best, and I know very, very, very well. One of this season, when you work on yourself, at that point you get better. So one of these
Yeah.
games, I'm sure my focus is worldwide. But worldwide is very difficult. So my main focus is to have another top 1K finish. Because 2020, I was in the top 1,000 in the world. So I want to have it.
Wow.
When I can decide to retire from FPL. But you're on course. At 40K as of now, I think we should be shooting a lot because you can hit and even win worldwide
Uh,
as well. Charlie,
yeah,
all
man.
shout
I
outs to you.
think
When you win it, Charlie, we'll come and we'll make noise in Ghana. Wait, is it?
no, 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 no. As it stands now, it's going to be very difficult because um, I have my team is quite identical to the top 10K team,
Don't worry.
unless maybe I do.
Don't worry. The little
Unless
differentials. No, Carl, you know what? Remember the season we had Jesse Lingard? The season we had
yeah,
Henacho? Every year,
yeah,
somebody pops up. Like, funny
yeah.
enough, late Riser wrote about Hoyland 4 weeks ago. I just saw the article. It was like the way people do not pay attention. Sometimes you do the
Raymond,
thinking. I'm
Raymond,
here.
I'm not even cutting you short. I had Hoyland at a point in time when the season started. I decided to go a bit differential, a bit different, and I was having what's his name, Hoyland instead of Watkins, and this guy was not. I think I remember they had fixtures like Luton at home,
Oh,
and he
Charlie, then
was
you go blank.
blanking.
Oh, Charlie.
And I look at him now, and he's scoring the 12 points, the
Oh,
10,
Charlie,
8,
Charlie,
9.
Charlie, Charlie.
Like, hey. So FPO, that's how it works.
So
Sometimes
funny. It's so funny. It's so
so
funny.
funny. Yeah, so
You
funny.
see, look at what Roland is saying. Roland is saying, and if your show must be complete without Raymond mentioning a championship winning season. Master, I want it. Allow me to make noise. Only the way I'm a brain and son, I'm a winner. So I want to Oh. So I want to talk about that. I can feel like 2 hours talking about how I want, but Charlie, it's all good. But so, final slide. Managers, any quick question you have for us, give it to us and let it to. But in the meantime, you've decided that the free hit is not worth it as of now. The wildcard is not worth it as of now because there are better avenues. Wildcard might be better in either 28, 29, when we have the probably or how 29 will be, or in 30. So you dead end your team into 29, and then you. So but for now, next week I'll do we'll focus on strategies because by then we would have cleared 26 out, and then we would have seen how 29 and 28 will be in full and we'll focus on that. But for now, this week, don't think too far. Those of you just over me, I'm a cheap planner, but Charlie, I'm just thinking about 26 to 28. Just 3 game weeks. When we are done, we move on as well. So managers, bring your questions. Then the FPL Ambassadors couch. You see me, I'm sitting in my couch. So this is my couch. And the next they won't care. When I buy a better couch and so I won't say, and I'll lie down in the show and the show and do the show. So Cal, Saka, Groys, Hoyland, the fake Holland, and then the proper Holland, and then Watkins. Who do you think manager should captain this week? And then who do you think should be the differential? If they want a differential captain, they should look out to this game week.
Okay, I think managers should be brave enough to captain Saka or Watkins this game
Okay.
week. Um,
Okay.
but if you want to be very conservative, then how long is your choice? My differential captain would be, um, think Pascal Gross or someone like one from Wolves. Yeah, because of Sheffield, Sheffield the way they concede. So yeah, that would be my differential pick. But if you want to go a bit different, then I think Saka should be on top of your list, or probably Watkins. I would have loved to pick a Brighton player, but hello Raymond.
Hear me, Cal. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
I
can
think
hear you now.
there's a challenge with my event the Nina Cal. So I think you're making a point. So let's wrap up before maybe the internet. As MTN,
Yeah,
you can do anything. MTN for the
yeah, yeah. So I was just, I think I was already done. I said that. I mean, you could try and go a bit different from the norm. Our Pema
you said
captain, Haaland.
right.
Yeah, I think Saka should be the standout pick. Saka or Watkins.
Who's
The line is breaking still.
so I don't afraid of early kickoff.
Late kickoff or early kickoff.
Early kickoff.
early. Okay, I think there is no early kickoff. All the fixtures are after lunchtime. So I think 3 p.m., 5:30, and then 8. So yeah,
That
if
yeah,
if if you feel undecided, just go Haaland.
just go Haaland. In case of
Yeah.
any doubt, just go Haaland. That's very true. That's very true. So managers should watch this as well. So Charlie, thanks so much for being with us as well. Roland today was not in here with us. But Roland was in audience, which I really like that as well. So we are getting started as well. Sinagai guy was caught up in where Charlie. It's not easy, Charlie. Adulthood is not easy,
Mm,
Charlie. He said he will join us. The boys relax. The champ himself. So we have two champs. You know, my FS I have three champs. So I have 2016, 2017 champ. That's the Sinagai guy. Myself and so end of the so that's all the I was saying that okay.